Oh look, it's another Devolver Digital game. Those are usually extremely popular, right? Well, I'll probably offend some people here when I'm going to point out these flaws in this game, but I think it's just a shame that it doesn't live up to its full potential. So don't be too harsh in the comments, because I actually like the game and I just want it to do better. First of all, I never really liked the pixel art, so I'm not feeling any nostalgia for this. I grew up with early 3D games and detailed 2D games, and I never liked the pixel art 2D games. And it doesn't stop there. The fucking color scheme is completely disgusting. Look at this. What is this? Bloody vomit? Look at it. It's stomach acid with pieces of blood. What the hell were they thinking? And the other color schemes that you unlock aren't any better either. Most of them are inverted, which is just even worse to look at. And the only ones that look only slightly alright are the pink one and the grey one. Those look subtle, but everything else is just completely disgusting and epileptic. On the bright side, the music is really good. It's a nice little addicting game for a while, but I quickly lost interest to get my refund. But I bought the game again for $2 when it got on sale, so I guess this bullet hell is my life now, and I'm just bound to keep playing it. It just didn't feel right at first. It's like when you find a beautifully kinky girlfriend and it turns out that she's a feminist and you'll just get cucked. She doesn't want to get spanked, she wants to spank you. And that's not how I roll. I'm just trying to play the fucking game, but the game keeps trying to play me. What is all this bullshit? Always some nonsense coming off screen to kill you. The enemies are too tanky, they spam too many bullets. The bullets are moving so annoyingly slow that you're just going to have to accept that you denied this part of the screen for now. And worst of all is the blimp. I've never seen a worse boss fight. It's usually entirely off screen because of how big it is and how it spams everywhere, and you can't get close to it because it'll spam even harder. Or at least it'll be even more accurate with its spam. It's so fucking tanky and it doesn't even have a health bar. But I assume as it gets lower, that indicates that its health has gone down. But is this really the best they could have come up with? A really tanky blimp that spams the whole screen? And when it's slower, it's probably even better, even worse with the spam. Huh. The battleships weren't bad enough, eh? We had to have the same torment coming from above. And it just overlays and there's just no proper dodging it now. Ah, fucking awful. And the screen is so fucking small anyways, it doesn't even take up the whole widescreen. There's always these dumb black bars on the side. What kind of game doesn't have widescreen at this point? It just doesn't make sense. And the game keeps spamming you with small fast moving airplanes that try to ram you. And in generally the screen is just too zoomed in for how fast everything moves. It would be so good if I could just zoom out. But then of course that would make the game too easy, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? We wouldn't want the game to be playable now. I say that, and there's probably lots of people who really like the game, how it is, and I don't get that. It just seems so bullshit to me. I think they really just missed their mark just by like half. The gameplay is beautifully simplistic, but I think they could have made more interesting choices. For example, there could be a body that modifies how the weapons work, maybe like fire in a V shape, which doubles the damage output, but then you have less health or less speed or whatever. And the little missions or achievements or whatever they might be, they're really cool and addictive, and they encourage you to try out new combinations. Too bad that the only reward you get for doing them is more disgusting color schemes. And some of the items are just completely garbage. The nuke, for example, it's a bad idea on its own because all it does is just give you some points when you die, because you're gonna die. That's the only way to finish the game, I'm assuming. I'm sure it just throws enemies at you until you die. So all it does is just increase your score by like, I don't know, 1,000. But even worse than that, it completely fucks up the challenges, because half of the missions can just be achieved by having the nuke equipped. Kill 2 battleships in one game. Oh, you mean die while using a nuke? Kill 2 aces in one combo. Die with nuke. Kill 30 enemies without firing. Nuke! This is just so weird. I think they might have fixed that though, I don't know. Seems like I haven't been getting too many achievements with the nuke lately. I think they updated at one point. I don't know what they did. And when you play the random option, you get the nuke every 5th game, so eventually you get all the achievements just by having the random option on, which really takes out the challenge. And you don't sometimes you don't even realize you had the nuke, and then you blow up, and then boom, challenge complete. But the worst thing of all is how the game freezes when you get hit. How I wish there was a way to disable it. It's fucking disturbing. Nobody likes lag. The fact that the whole game lags every time you get hit is just so disgusting. Why won't you punish me even further for getting hit? Don't fucking kick me when I'm down. I don't want to live this moment of me getting hit even slower. Ah, disgusting. And there should never be 2 battleships overlapping. That's just completely garbage. It's not even obvious. You just randomly get shot by twice as many bullets. And the battleship's twice as hard to kill. Fucking brilliant. It doesn't even look different. Why can't they just stay away from each other? Those battleships, I mean. And the same for those aces. How can you have like 3 of them on screen at once? How are you gonna fight them? Maybe. No, I guess you could probably fight them if you run away long enough. But then there'll just be more of them in the end. But the game really... I think the game really wants you to die for random dumb reasons all the time. Which is evident by those fucking laser aliens. They just show up once per hour to instant kill you, and you can't even fight back properly, because if you shoot them from close range, they explode and take you with them. Because that's obvious, right? A huge fuck you laser death. Ugh. And that's not even the end of it. Your big reward for killing the blimp finally, which is already really hard, considering how fucking tanky he is, it just unlocks the bullshit mode. It basically asks the question, could you play the game if the screen was entirely filled with bullets to the brim? The answer is no, it's unplayable, and the developers even know that. That's why the achievements in bullshit mode are so damn easy. And like, kill 10 enemies without dying. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Like, if I restart several times, I'll eventually do it. So they know that this mode is bullshit, and they made really easy achievements for it. So why couldn't they have just made it more interesting? God damn. I might be wrong though. Maybe later on you get harder achievements for it, and it's just insanely hard then. I guess that might happen. My god, I hope not. So far I've played the game for 10 hours. Played for 2, refunded it, bought it again, and now played it for 10. So if you want to see me bitch about this game some more, you can check out my Let's Play channel. Here it is. There's me playing this game some more. In pretty pink. Oh yeah. Just like half of this video, I guess. Alright, subscribe and don't be too mean, because I didn't like the game you like. I mean, I did like it, I just think it should be changed. It should be improved in many ways. Alright, bye. Another thing that they should definitely fix in Luftrausers is that they need to add a laser that shows you where you're pointing. Especially if you're using stuff like the cannon. The big cannon one that only fires like once a minute. You don't know which way you're facing. That's why it would be great if you had like a laser pointer that tells you which way you're facing. So you can maneuver without having to look at the 3 pixels that are your fucking spaceship. And furthermore, I forgot to mention that Luftrausers is clearly ripping off my games. Look at this ancient game I made called Little Liquidator, where you're a little squid and you fight little marine creatures. Oh yeah, that looks just like Luftrausers, doesn't it? Or more damning, the evidence is that a really old game of mine called Car Invaders looks even more like Luftrausers. Just look at this, it's practically the same game. What a ripoff. This came out in 2006, by the way. Luftrausers came out in 2011, and Little Liquidator came out 11 as well, but before Luftrausers, according to Newgrounds, at least. So clearly I should get all the recognition.